We've got Paul Burt. He's back. He's the coastal expert. He's as good as they get, and he's kind enough to share some of his time with us this morning. Paul, hello again. So the cyclone is now no more, but there's still a lot of rain, still strong winds. So how are things on the Gold Coast where you are this morning?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Look, after a bit of a hectic night there, very loud, a lot of freight train sort of noises from the wind and the driving rain. As Rob was saying, of course, on that southern side, we felt most down here. Some of the wind gauges measuring at around about 118 kilometre per hour winds. Obviously, a lot stronger in some of those areas around Surfers Paradise because that wind has to escape. All of that energy hits those high rises and then moves around. And obviously, with that, you get those wind tunnel effects, particularly around Circle on Cavill. I highly doubt you could even stand up underneath that when the wind came through. But the rain, it's slowed down here a bit now, but obviously it is picking up as those bands continue, as that system continues further to the north of us at this point in time. We've had around 240 millimetres of rain in the Springbrook catchment area. And of course, with that also runs straight into a variety of different areas. The Hinds Dam being one, the Tweed Valley catchment area being two, and of course we also see the Currumbin Valley area. So there's been warnings put out there. We do have quite a few shelters around the Gold Coast that are taking people still. Most of the community centres around Burleigh, Runaway Bay. Of course, those areas there, you can check it out on the council website. But we're also seeing a lot of trees down, a lot of foliage at the moment. Of course, what we're going to wake up to is just down trees. We're going to have power lines down. There's over 130,000 residents on the Gold Coast without power right now. Energex cannot get out and do anything until the system completely passes. So that could take a little while before we see power being kicked back in for the entire Gold Coast. The wave height at the moment still holding steady between 4 and 7 metres, unlike the large ones that we did past few days. So a lot of scarping and erosion is obviously the end result of those big waves pushing in. The storm surge not affected the Gold Coast, so that's great news. The tide's dropping away now. Last week we had the bigger tides on the new moon, and this week smaller tides. So they weren't king to start with, about 1.5 metres, which is quite minimal. So obviously we were very lucky there on those low-lying areas. Northern end of the Gold Coast didn't get that surge area, but still a lot of wind coming through there, Pete. It is going to stay very dangerous at the moment, and mainly due to the ground being so moist, so much moisture, so much water on there. Any bit of breeze could pull a 30 or 40-foot tree over quite easily. North Lake Clients down around Tweed Heads, a couple of those have already come down as well. So very dangerous conditions, even though the cyclone...
Yeah, sorry, Paul. Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I mean, so much rain. I mean, a lot of these trees and a lot of them that haven't even fallen yet, they're going to be waterlogged. So there is the danger of them falling in the coming hours and days.